Guys, they said there was royal jubilation as Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife performed their first ritual as husband and wife in the palace of Ooni of Ife, my people. Hey, you know that right now, the Olories, they are running helter-skelter because things are getting better. None of their juju pots is active again, despite everything they did to make sure that this ritual did not happen, because these people went as far as sorting elders, putting confusion in the palace, making sure that the palace is not settled for Kabiyesi to be thinking of reuniting with Queen Naomi. Instead, they make sure that the palace is filled with one story or the other, so that by the time Kabiyesi will be so busy with those things, Kabiyesi will forget about going to do any form of ritual with Queen Naomi. And the information have it that yesterday, I think yesterday happens to be the last day of March. And that yesterday, according to their culture and tradition, it is the full moon. It's the end of the month, it's the full moon. And they said this full moon ritual must happen. And Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi will have to stay together and do the ritual. And this has not been possible all this while, because at the end of the day, you will either hear that Queen Naomi says she's not coming, or one problem or the other. But if you ask me, I will say that there are some spiritual manipulations making it not to be possible. Because at this point, I believe that Queen Naomi really wants to return back to her husband. And Kabiyesi wants Queen Naomi back to his life at all cost. But before that will happen, they said 12 rituals, 12 reconciliation and cleansing and purification rituals must happen before that will happen, before they will come back together, due to the way that Queen Naomi left the palace, you know. Now that everybody is talking about how Queen Naomi left the palace, how she went on social media to divorce Kabiyesi, nobody was talking about how did it happen, the manipulations involved, the attack involved, the emotions involved, and all of that. That nobody's talking about that. But the whole thing right now is that Kabiyesi have understand that most of the things that happened between him and Queen Naomi wasn't ordinarily. And for that reason, he is working so hard to ensure that they are back together. Yes. Now, they said that full moon ritual happened yesterday. And it has been celebration for those who really want Queen Naomi back. Because in as much as some people want her back, there are some who do not want her back, who would want to frustrate that ritual and make sure that it did not happen. So they said together yesterday, they were together and they performed the first ritual as husband and wife right there in the palace. You see this Iyanifa, from the information we are gathering, if Iyanifa continues to be in that palace, things will get better soon. Queen Naomi's return will be faster than they have prepared, because Iyanifa is making sure that every spiritual attack, every spiritual obstacle that will be a problem to this reunion, that she eliminates it, you know. Because we all know that as the Olories does not want this to happen, they will not fold their arms. They would want to distract it in one way or the other, either by spiritual manipulations or by using some of the elders who will continue to see the part where Queen Naomi have offended the culture and their tradition, you know, using it against that reunion. Definitely they will do that. But Iyanifa is there to ward off any form of evil or spiritual manipulations, that their mission is to make sure that this ritual did not happen. Because no matter how Kabiyesi still loves Queen Naomi, no matter how Queen Naomi still loves Kabiyesi, according to their culture and tradition, these things must be done before they will be seen together again as husband and wife, especially in the public. Because all this while, they have been together, but they are always together in private, because of the fact that Kabiyesi is the custodian of their culture and tradition. And it will not make sense to hear that Queen Naomi went against their culture and tradition, and Kabiyesi ignored all of that and was seen with Queen Naomi, or is always seen with Queen Naomi and all of that as husband and wife. It do not make sense. So because he is the custodian of their culture and tradition, even if Queen Naomi remains his wife, those culture and tradition must be done. And that is why they said they have 12 rituals, 12 to be done together as husband and wife. And when it is completed, that you can now see Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi outside the way we used to see them before. So the good news is that yesterday, being the last day of the month of March, and according to their tradition, it marks the full moon. They said a particular ritual out of the 12 was carried out, and the two was together to do it. And it's a thing of joy. They said the people who really want to see them together are jubilating and celebration. While we know that some people who have worked so hard, including going to Ogun shrine to pack sand to separate them, that those people will not be happy, even though they will always claim to be happy, especially on social media. They will always go close to their husband, snap pictures, make it look like they are enjoying the marriage. But when you enter inside, you will see that they are always using their tears to soak their pillows, especially when they find out that despite all that they have done to make sure that these two are not seen together, that they are working so hard to be seen together again. So that is why I keep saying that whom God have blessed, no man can curse. No calabash carrier can curse. Anything they do will Sunday retire back to them. All their evil manipulations will come back to them and start hurting them. As for Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi, they are destined to be together. Yes, so their destiny is to be together, and at the end of the whole drama and the stories, they are going to have a happy ending, and that is what matters most. So right now, they said there is serious jubilation right there in the palace. But you know say in this whole situation, it is as e dey sweet us, e dey pain them. As e dey pain them, omo, e dey sweet us. As e dey sweet us, e dey pain them. As e dey pain them, omo, e dey sweet us. Anyways, you see polygamy, if you have a daughter, don't allow her to be involved in polygamy, because polygamy no be anybody's mate. E go bring out the beast in you. You see, polygamy will make you do some of the things that you never dreamed that you would do in this life, especially when you are desperate, because some of them are desperate. They wanted to be in the life of Kabiyesi, even if it means pushing Queen Naomi out. But God is bringing Queen Naomi back to her position right now. Anyway, guys, that is what we are hearing. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. And don't forget that they are all alleged information making rounds on social media. Bye. I love you.